Hi guys, I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a brand new weekly reading vlog and this one is very special because it is my birth week. So it is Tuesday at 4 p.m. My birthday is on Friday, so I'm really excited to be filming this week. The books that I'm reading this week, so first off I have a school book that I'm reading. I don't have too much more to read. I think I need another 50 pages, then I've done the reading for this week. That is Sunstorm by Åsa Larsen. Then the book that I'm personally reading at the moment, well, that I'm starting tonight hopefully, is Reverie by Ryan LaSala. I know this is queer. I know that it has to do, it's Inception meets the Magicians is the tagline on the back. But it's about this guy named Kane and he gets found like half dead in a river and he has no memories of what happened, and now it's like 3 weeks after this and he has these people who say they're his friends but he doesn't remember them, and the world, his perception of the world has changed. Like the gym warps into a subterranean temple, a historical home nearby blooms into a Victorian romance, and it's just like everything seems different. And I know there's something to do with drag queens in here, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know, it seems interesting and I'm really hoping that it'll be a quick read, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my reading, let you know what's going on, and that is all for now. Hey yo! So it's like 11:30 at night now. I just finished, well, I read what I need to read of my school book and I just finished grading 33 projects, so I'm really exhausted. I actually fell asleep earlier while I was reading my book, then woke up and finished it. It's really good. I honestly don't know who the killer is and it's very interesting. I will say that if you do have any interest in Sunstorm, that it does have animal abuse in it. So that's that. I'm gonna go take a shower now and get ready for bed, and I'm gonna pick up Reverie. Hopefully I love it. I'm gonna go do that because I am knackered. Goodbye. Hey, so it's 4:16 p.m. on Wednesday. I just got home from, you know, day at school. So last night I did end up reading 50 pages of Reverie and it's very confusing. Like, I understand how it's going to be Inception meets the Magicians just from my knowledge of those two things as separate entities and how together they're going to mesh in this world, because so far 50 pages in we learn that our main character Kane, he has no memory of the weeks leading up to this accident he had that ended up with him blowing up this mill house. He actually has spots in his memory from like the last year. He also starts seeing these like weird creatures, like shadow things, but like he doesn't want to sound crazy, and he's actually currently under investigation by like the police for arson. I guess because I'm so used to reading like high fantasy books that seeing all this modern talk and the way, I don't know, it's just the way that this is written I'm not jiving with at the moment. I hope that it'll get better as the book goes on. Also, I really hope that things get more explained. Because of the fact that he has no memory, everything's very confusing, and he has this kind of funny sibling relationship with his younger sister, but at the same time, it just feels like you're supposed to know all these inside jokes and you're supposed to kind of understand everything without being told beforehand. But right now I'm going to make myself some lunch, late lunch, it's like 4:20. And then I need to grade some more. I graded projects last night and then today I actually grade some essays. I forgot to clock out. It's fine, I can do it online, but whoopsies, I just remembered that. God damn it. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I also need to grocery shop, but it's about to start like pouring outside, which means there's gonna be great reading weather. I love reading. Like, I sit there in the corner of my couch and I love to read while it's raining and just like bundle up in my blanket. Oh, it makes me so happy. So I'm really excited. But yep, that is all for now. Oh, here are my new nails for this week. These are this week's nails, my current nails. I'll probably have these for like 2 weeks. I need to get a whole new set before Thanksgiving, but yeah. That is my update for now. Bye. understand this book now. I think that this concept is like Persona 5, the video game. If you haven't played the video game, it's not going to make any sense to you. But if you do know what Persona 5 is, I think that that is what this is like. But I need to keep reading to double check to see if I'm actually correct. Wow. Sometimes it's very helpful if you play video games and you read books so they can make more sense. Okay, you guys ready for this? Ready? Ready for this? Isn't this impressive? I don't know how she does this. Hi! Did you get yourself stuck in there again? Do you wanna explain to me how you managed to open the doors? Get stuck in there and then can't get yourself back out, huh? Huh? No? Nothing? At all? Okay, so just finished filming my October wrap-up. Ow, you scratched my boobsy. So I read an extra 50 pages yesterday of Reverie. I'm gonna read some more later because I need to start prepping for my lab. What are we doing? Like electrochemical cells, I think, at the moment. But I'm on page 106, so chapter 10. And I'm actually really liking this a lot more than I did the first 50 pages. It's definitely coming together a lot more now. I did mention last night, quickly. So if you guys know the game Persona 5, this is a lot like that. What happens is people in this world, their dreams, if they're strong enough, can manifest into a alternate reality that people can get dragged into. And so Kane used to be part of this group called the Others, and they would go into these reveries in order to make sure that they ended up being okay and help like dispel them, because people can get trapped in them and things can go really wrong. That's a lot like Persona 5 in that sense, if you understand that. But Persona 5 is like more of like an evil thing, whereas this is like a... So far, the reveries don't seem that bad, but you're kind of learning more and more about this world, and I have a feeling who the love interest might be. Is this a standalone or is this a series? I don't actually know. But I'm liking it a lot more now than I did in the beginning. For a YA book, even though it's quite vulgar language and topics, the writing is more simplistic than a lot of high fantasy books that I read, which is like a given because high fantasy is always a lot more like detailed, intense writing compared to this, which is more simplistic, which is like not a bad thing. It means it's actually quite easy to read and get into. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm actually really excited to keep on going with it. But yeah, that's all for now. Catch you guys up later. Goodbye. So quick update, it's 2:07 p.m. on November 8th, which means it is my birthday. Slept in today, just FaceTiming, chilling. I finished last night at around today at like 1 in the morning, Reverie. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars, but I'll talk more on that later because I do have to go out now. My next book that I'm gonna pick up today is A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Camera. This is the second book in the A Curse So Dark and Lonely trilogy. But I'm about to go out now. I'm going to... Soleil actually venerated me money to buy a coffee. So I'm gonna go buy a coffee. And then I'm going to buy cat litter for someone. And then I'm going to buy myself a Nintendo Switch. I'm excited. Mostly because the Pokemon game comes out in like a week and a bit, and I'm buying that anyway, so I was going to need to buy a Switch, and I just kept putting it off, and I'm like, no, what, screw it, it's my birthday today, I'm gonna go do that. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so I just got the chestnut praline beverage, and I'm going to try it. I feel like if I didn't put the extra shot of espresso, it would have been a little bit better, but still very yummy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, now to go get the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so now it's 3:10, and I just picked up my Nintendo Switch. Took a hot second because I had to decide like what game I wanted, because I pre-ordered the double pack of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Then I was like, well, I need a game. Oh god. Well, I need a game to play in between buying Pokemon Sword and Shield, which comes out like next week. Where the hell is the game? The game I chose to get to play with in the next week is Vampire, and it's like a choice-based game but also with some fighting in it, so I'm really excited to see this one. I've had my eye on it for a while, but on like PlayStation 4, so now I'll be playing on the Switch. So I bought that and I just got the regular grey Nintendo Switch, and then I was passing Bath and Body Works and they were having a sale on the candles, so like instead of them being like $24 they were like $14. So I got this candle. It's a sugared snickerdoodle, which smells delicious, even though I already have like 6 candles in my apartment at the moment, but it's fine. So now I'm gonna go buy cat litter and then I'll be going home. Okay, so it is now 5 p.m. So I've been out for quite a few hours. I just came home. I actually ended up going to Half Price Books, so I did buy a couple books for myself. Okay, so I spent $40 at Half Price Books and bought a lot of books. So let me show you guys. First, I was really excited. Oh, I bought 3 mangas. So let me show you guys those first. First, I have Kimi ni Todeki. I got this one for $3. It's just a regular shoujo manga. It's a very popular anime series, and it has to do with this girl who looks like the girl from The Ring, and she's always made fun of, but she's actually a really sweet girl, and she falls in love with like one of the popular guys, and it's that kind of a story. And then I got these 2, which is Wild Ones. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what this is about, but I read the blurb like really quickly and then skimmed through it and thought that the art style was cool. But it says it's about a girl who moves in with her grandfather, but he's actually the head of a Yakuza gang. And one of the most popular guys in school is her new protector. And yeah, that's what it's about, and I'm excited. Then onto the actual books. I got 2 or 3 Book of the Month books. I saw them there and I was like, need. So I have For Better and Worse. This was, how much was this? Like $3 too? Yeah, they were all like $3 and I was like, yes. So I know this has like it says, it was the perfect marriage until everything went wrong. And I was like, it's a thriller, so I don't want to actually look into like what it's actually about. But I got that one. I also got Emma in the Night, which has gotten pretty mixed reviews, but I'm still very interested in. All the Missing Girls, which is another mystery thriller. And I was going to listen to this a while back on audiobook, and I just didn't. So I got that. Then I have The Naturals. This was $3 for hardcover, and I was like, oh my god, yes. I know Carrie from Carrie the Book Bell has read this, and I know that Jay from The Awkward Bookworm just got this. And it has to do with like, there are these kids and they all have different abilities. Like I think this one's like a natural at like reading people, and so they're like, these teenagers recruited into like the FBI. I then got The Hearts We Sold by Emily Lloyd-Jones. I recently read The Bone Houses by her and I absolutely loved it. I really enjoyed her writing style. So I saw this there and I was like, well, might as well get my hands on it. So I grabbed this, and it has to do with like a girl who sold her heart, and that's all I know. Then I got The Winner's Curse because I plan on maybe doing like a whole like reading old YA books kind of thing. I also got Amber in the Dusk. This is actually the Owl Creek version, which is why I got this. I know Katie read it. She thought it was okay. Didn't think too much of it, but I was like, well, if it's the Owl Creek version, then why not? That's how my brain was. And then for another video I plan on doing in a little while, I got Caraval by Stephanie Garber. It was $5. If it wasn't there for $5, I would never have actually purchased this. Just saying, because I've never really had much of a desire to read it, but I have a lot of friends who love this book. And yeah, that's all for now. Goodbye. Okie dokie, so this is me finally coming around to do an update. Oh my god, so many blankets. Okay. So, it's been, I didn't update you guys yesterday at all, which was Saturday. Hi, BB. And the reason why I didn't update you guys was, okay, let me describe to you what I did yesterday. I woke up. I had breakfast. I read 132 pages of A Heart So Fierce and Broken. I had lunch. I decided to play some of Vampire on my Nintendo Switch. That was it. I literally started playing my Nintendo Switch and then all bets were off. That was it. What's a book? I don't know. Nintendo Switch? That sounds great. Yeah, so moral of this vlog is if you get a Nintendo Switch, your reading is going to dramatically fall. So far in Heart So Fierce and Broken, I'm liking it. I enjoy our new character, Liamara. She's really awesome and I'm enjoying her POV. I'm really frustrated at the moment with Ren, who is one of the POVs we followed in the first book. And I'm just really nervous for this book. And because I'm so nervous for what's going to happen, I'm reading it very quickly. Plus, Bridget Kemmerer has a very easy writing style. Her writing just flows. It's not very difficult. It's somewhat simplistic for a fantasy novel, so I really enjoy that. But at the same time, I'm just reading it so fast that I like have to put it down because my brain is just running too quickly to really comprehend what is going on. And I don't want to finish this book and be like, wait, what actually just happened? So it's why, like, mostly that's the reason why yesterday I took a break from reading it, is because I was like, okay, I need to like step away from this for a second and then come back to it. So that's my current thoughts. My camera battery's dying. Give me a second. I think I'm giving Reverie a 4 out of 5 stars for now. It's a standalone, which I really liked. I will say, I do think that there are going to be some people out there who are not going to mesh with this book or the writing style or kind of the plot. I do think the plot can be very confusing in the sense that being able to imagine how this world and the magic system works. So I think that like having someone who's able to explain this to you makes the book a lot easier to understand, because overall I really did enjoy all our characters. You felt like you understood them all. Everyone was very distinctive. I enjoyed all the LGBTQ representation that we had in this. It was very prominent. But like there's this one Reverie that's created because people don't feel safe in the current world. And so the Reverie was created as like a safe haven for this person who was gay and being able to be out. And so there's a lot of talk about that. There's a bit of talk about mental health rep. I just think that there's a lot packed into this book that you could easily gloss over. And so I do think that it's a very interesting look at society and society's issues that we have. But at the same time, it's also just a really fun read. So you can see it as two different lights. You can see it as just this really fun, fast-paced, energetic read, but then you can also see these like deeper emotional layers that are kind of seeded throughout and kind of all these different relationships that are forming. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say for now. It's Sunday, which means I'm getting closer to Tuesday, which is when I get to unbox all my packages that arrived. I'm so excited. I just want to say this really quickly. Thank you so much to everyone for the beautiful birthday wishes and just all the messages that I got. I guess I'll talk about this here. So I will say that I definitely am someone who has had a rough time when it comes to friendships and friends that I've made and maintaining friendships and having people that I feel like I can be real with, people that I feel like I can be honest with and speak my mind and not have to hide parts of myself. And that's definitely something that I've found with BookTube. I have friends that I FaceTime, and I used to be someone who had so much anxiety FaceTiming, and I would be so scared of FaceTiming because it was just such a, it's so personal and it's like you have to immediately respond to people, and I had so much anxiety with that. But nowadays I easily just FaceTime my core group of BookTube friends. I FaceTime them all the time just randomly, and we can just sit there. And like last night I was FaceTiming them. Some of them were reading, some of them were bullet journaling. I was sitting there playing my Switch, and like it's such a great thing and it means so much to me that I have these friends. It's just so crazy to me how much this community has meant to me in such a short amount of time. It's only been a year that I've been on here, and some of the people that I talk to every single day, I could not imagine not having them in my life and not having them to talk to, and just having these people who understand that, you know, you have your highs and lows in a day, and some days you're just really upset, and it's just nice to have someone who you can FaceTime with, even if it's just FaceTiming in silence, because you feel like you have someone there with you. And just having people that you can scream about books with. And you know, there are so many people out there who just don't understand the idea of book fandoms and K-pop fandoms and all these different things that mean so much to you. And it's hard when you feel like you don't have people to share those kind of things with. That is all I'm gonna say for now. I'll probably update you guys again tomorrow. I think I'm gonna end this vlog maybe on Tuesday morning, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's all for now. Goodbye. So it's me. I'm back. Surprise. It is currently snowing outside and I just walked home from class and I have to go back out again in 2 hours, but it's fine, it's fine. Not like I hate the snow or anything, I hate the snow. Well, my body slowly heats up and my water boils to have some warm liquids. Let me tell you that I finished ɪ봏sᴛᴏᴅᴅᴅᴅ last night. Okay, so I will admit the first 130 pages were hard. Mostly because I was getting very frustrated at the storyline with Gray and Ren and Harper. Like the storyline between Gray and Ren for the first 130 pages really upset me because I hated what the conflict was going on between the two of them, and it was just really frustrating me and I was constantly nervous. After around page 150 to 200, I was completely in love with the story. I loved it up until the very end and it was phenomenal. I loved it. It was great. Did it go how I expected it to? Yes. But did that mean I loved it any less? No. I freaking loved it. I loved seeing the character development for Gray. I loved learning about љɪḥ. She is one of my new favorite characters I've ever read about easily. I adore her and I think that she's amazing, and I think that everyone else is going to love her because you can't not love љɪḥ. She is, I just can't help but say she just is. She is just one of the best characters I've ever read. And that's phenomenal. I'm so glad I read this book because I was very hesitant in the beginning. I do love that we got to see a lot more of characters such as like Jake and Noah. I absolutely adore them. We also have this new character that comes in known as Isaac. And Isaac is awesome. And I really think that him and his people are going to come into play a lot more in the next novel. And I'm really excited for that. This was actually a really solid birth reading week. Oh, that was weird. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thanks a bunch, guys. Bye!